Fujiyama, Japan. Nearby, the base of the 36th U.S. Air Rescue Squadron. At the request of Richard Payne of Kansas City, Missouri, Captain Damon Eccles arrived here to report on the daring work of the paramedics who parachute to the aid of victims on land and sea. Now, Captain Eccles.
My visit was to see the pararescue team in action, and this is their equipment I saw put to dramatic use. A tree jumpsuit, radio, night drift lights, splint kit, aircraft crash sets, snowshoes and axe, blankets, rations, medicine and supplies, parachutes for equipment and personnel. Their operations officer, Major Robert Benedict, explained that their assignment is to rescue injured Air Force personnel. However, if it's a case of life and death, they often go to the aid of civilians too. On the map, he showed me where such a rescue actually took place a month before. We arranged to reenact the rescue there just as it had happened. We used Japanese actors for these scenes, but the Air Force personnel are the men who actually participated in the real-life drama. A man and his small son had gone hiking in the mountains. Along a rocky trail, the boy slipped, breaking his leg. He suffered an arterial hemorrhage, so the need was critical. The father wisely ran to the nearest village about a mile away to phone police for help. Because of the emergency, the police appealed to the rescue squadron. Our duty officer determined the location of the accident and then quickly turned to sound the alarm. In the pararescue room, medics stand by around the clock, their equipment in readiness. At the first sound of alarm, they're up and moving. Parachutes are on in a matter of seconds. And moments later, they're on their way to the plane. For this operation, they use an SA-16, an amphibious airplane. At the same time, the helicopter pilot mounts to his cabin. But it's 100 miles north to where the boy lies dangerously injured. The plane and medics will get there much quicker. The copter might not be able to land in the mountainous area close enough to give help. They both take off immediately. The plane swings around, waits only long enough for the helicopter to clear the runway. The copter takes off, hoping to find a landing area near the scene of the accident. Its job is to bring the victim out. The medics will parachute in, wearing special tree protection and wire face masks. Rugged terrain below, but the paramedics go anywhere. They pinpoint their target and over they go. There's no way to avoid the trees. Parachutes catch in the high branches and the medics are suspended above the ground. But they're prepared for this. Time is all important. They must work fast. First, freeing their equipment. They expertly free themselves and slide by rope to the ground. They've landed close to their target. From there, through the dense underbrush, on the double. You can imagine the relief of the father when he saw them arrive. Other equipment, stretcher and splints, have been landed by parachutes nearby. One paramedic is sent to retrieve it. The other turns his attention to the boy. Emergency treatment for the hemorrhage. Something to relieve the pain. Even before he is through, the stretcher is brought up with traction splint with a broken leg. Life-saving techniques of first aid, but the boy must be quickly moved to a hospital. All this time, they have been in constant contact with a helicopter, which is landed by a rice paddy near the village. They will carry the boy there. So this is how they team up with the helicopter. They go where the copter can't go and bring their patients out. No lost motion as they get the boy aboard. One medic will ride with him. A father assured, a life saved through speed, thorough training, and a willingness to risk any danger. That's the story, Jack, the paramedics of the United States Air Force.